So this right here is my favorite way to carry a camera, and this is called the Falcam F38 backpack clip version 2. You just put it on to your camera clip and remove it, and you don't even have to use any camera straps now, because now you can just use your backpack and just put your camera like this. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about why you should buy the Falcam F38 V2 backpack clip instead of the Peakdesign Capture Clip V3. So the first reason why you should get the Falcam instead of the Peakdesign is that it is much easier to attach the Falcam than the Peakdesign. Okay, so right now I have the Peakdesign Capture Clip V3 on this backpack, and just a little disclaimer, I've had this Capture Clip V3 for about 5 years now, so I'm pretty experienced with it. So I'm going to test the speed of how fast I can transfer this clip with this camera to this backpack right here. So we're just going to test speed here, okay? So we're going to use a timer that will start in 3, 2, 1, start. Just taking a little bit of time on that screwing part. Make sure it's secure. Stop. So that was the amount of time needed to transfer the clip from this backpack to this backpack right here. So now we're going to try on the Falcam. Now I have the Falcam F38 V2 on this backpack, and we're going to do the same thing. Move it from this backpack to this backpack. In 3, 2, 1, go. And just like that, we have successfully attached the F38 to this backpack. So that is what you get with the F38 V2, which is speed. You get a much faster transfer speed because it is not using a screwing mechanism right here, as you can see with the old Peakdesign V3. It's quite annoying to keep screwing it on like that, and it hurts your fingers because these things right here have little cuts in the little thumb screws, so it will really dig into your skin. It will hurt. Trust me, I've been using this for 5 years, and sometimes it will just tear off some of my skin on my index and my thumb. So with this one, it's just relying on this mechanism right here. Let me show you. Even removing it is fast. So instead of screwing on the clip, the F38 uses this right here. So at the back part, I don't know if you can see it, there is a cable, and this one, it goes against your backpack, and this one loops over. So this allows you to just quickly latch it over like this, and then close it, and your backpack or your clip is secure. Don't worry, I know you're going to be a little bit skeptical that the cable here is a little bit thin. No, it is not. This is the same kind of material that they use, I think, for climbing. So not being so thick, this can hold up to 30 kilograms. And I'm sure your camera won't even be anywhere near that weight, right? Like my camera is probably just around 2 kilograms max with a 24-70 or a 70-200. So rest assured, your camera is safe. So the second reason why you should consider getting the Falcam over the Peakdesign Capture Clip V3 is that it alleviates the noise or the rattling sound when the camera is attached. This is the Falcam, right? Listen to this. You hear almost no rattle. With the Falcam, because it's really secure and it's really flush with the clip, the plate is not rubbing, so there is no sound. Okay, Peakdesign Capture Clip V3, listen to this. That is the sound of the plate banging or rubbing against the clip. So I really trust this Peakdesign V3. It has never failed me. The camera never fell. The only thing is that if you leave this here and you're filming with another camera, let's say with a microphone, and you bump this, that could potentially be in your audio. So that's just something to consider, and whenever you do walk around, it's just very annoying to just hear this rattling sound. One more thing that I appreciate that Falcam has done is that they have placed the locking mechanism, which is also the button, to be here. So I am right-handed, so imagine if you are left-handed and it's here, you have to use your right hand, right? So it favors me as a right-handed person, but for people who are not, they're gonna have a hard time. So with this one, the Peakdesign, you have to flick it like in a clockwise direction, right? So if I lock it like this, it's locked. So if I put a camera there, and I lock it, now it's locked, right? If I want to remove it, I have to use almost 2 hands. Unless if you're really used to it like me, I can just press it. I can maybe remove it with 1 hand like that. But maybe that's not as secure as using 2 hands. So for 2 hands, I probably hold the lens, flick it like this, and then pull it out, right? Okay, let me show you. With the Falcam, to lock it, all I need to do is put the camera first and then flick the switch down. To remove it, it's all in one motion. You flick up and then you press. Just like that. Same thing, you can do everything with 1 hand. Lock and then flick with your thumb. Again, to release, thumb here, flick up while pressing, and then you can remove the camera and put it back. Same thing, you can do it with speed. With a lot of practice, you can do this maneuver right here with no problem. So Falcam really figured things out when it comes to speed and security. Like, meshing those two together are not always easy in the filmmaking world, but somehow Falcam figured it out, so thumbs up. So the last little nitpick I have with the peakdesigncaptureclip V3, I'm not sure if it's just me or any person who has very lanky bodies or like a skinny dude like me, basically. So if this is attached to my shoulder or near my collarbone, it just hurts everything in that area. So Peak Design actually made something that is called the Pro Pad that I've actually used a lot to help you distribute the weight even further. So the way this attaches is the same way. You just put it on the same way, screw it on the same way. The only difference is this distributes the weight a little bit more better than not having it. But mind you, this is an additional purchase. This does not come with the CaptureClip V3. But here comes the Falcam once again. Falcam, instead of putting metal at the back, the thing that's actually touching your shoulders is actually this one. This right here is plastic. Although it might sound flimsy, it is not that kind of plastic. I think this kind of plastic is those things that they use for camera bodies, wherein they are not gonna feel cheap, but at the same time they are sturdy. Because the Peak Design Capture Clip is just metal all around, right? I'm not complaining, that makes the build quality a lot better. The back part of the Peak Design is really all metal, so if you're a skinny dude like me and your collarbone is protruding over here, that's gonna really rub against it and that's gonna hurt you in time. So what do I think about the Falcam F38 backpack clip version 2? Well, I love it because it's very easy to attach. I can trust it. It does the job well. And I think it's gonna officially replace and retire my Peak Design Capture Clip V3, which I've been using for so many years, since 2018. I've used this, I've abused this, I trust it, but I figured it's time for an upgrade, and this is the way forward when it comes to capture clips. Who knows, maybe Peak Design will create a capture clip V3, but for now, my choice for backpack clips will definitely be the Falcam F38 V2. So if you found this video helpful, or if you have any other questions regarding this clip versus the Peak Design, leave a comment down below, and I'll be glad to help you guys out because I've used this a lot, so I have a lot to say about this thing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.